A little louder. We'll get Lane on it. We're joined by Lane Carroll and John Reed Rasnick. We're going to ask a question here to start out with both of you guys, from boys varsity soccer. You guys are getting set to open the 2018 season tomorrow, hopefully. Is it tomorrow, scrimmage or a game? Game. So first game tomorrow. Where do you feel your game is right now, both individually and as a team going into this year?
Individually, I feel pretty prepared. Like, I'm ready for tomorrow, 100%. As a team, I think we're down. I think we've got it in the bag. We got it together. John Battle, they always they give us a little bit of a challenge because we're not ready for like a couple specific things we do and that they do, but we've never really had too much of a struggle against them. So I think we'll be ready.
All right. So individually, where do you feel like you're at in your game with soccer as far as preparation, conditioning? I know Mark was wanting to ask you about that.
Okay. I'd say, like, I feel conditioned well enough. We've done enough running at the start of the season there with our beep test, our pacers. Goodness, those are awful. I think I could work on my goal kicks a little bit more, but I think I know the plays well enough and everything should be fine, that kind of thing.
All right, so hand it over here to Lane. We'll put him on the hot seat. You're used to it now, though, right?
Oh, yeah.
What is this, like third time?
Yeah, it's awesome. I love being on here.
We might give you some redemption later on everybody claiming you as the one to hit.
Oh, yeah.
Even through basketball season, too, so, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so glad that Lane is able to join us. What about you? Where's your game at right now?
As a team, I have really high hopes for the season. I mean, we've prepared so hard for this in the off-season and at the preseason, and I have high hopes for the season. I feel like we can do very well. And I feel like as a player, like I say, I get better and better every single year, but after this last soccer season, I feel like I'm better than I ever have, and I'm ready to play.
Well, first off to you, big congratulations heading D1, going to UNCA there.
Thank you.
What led to your decision to go into Asheville, and how do you think you fit into their current roster?
Asheville was one of many great offers. I had a couple coaches who are very awesome come up to me at different tournaments and asked me to come on visits and everything, and after multiple visits, I just feel like Asheville was what was right for me at this time, and it was always my dream ever since I was a kid to play Division I soccer, and then having this offer on the table, I just couldn't turn it down.
That's awesome. And where do you see yourself fitting in with them next year?
Yeah, they had a pretty good season last year, and they're bringing in 11 guys, or 10 guys other than me, and we have a really strong recruiting class come in. I have one of my friends who played at Abingdon, and he moved down to Atlanta to play club on a very good team. And I believe we have the number one recruit coming out of North Carolina come in with us. So I'm really excited for everyone. I've been talking to some of them, Snapchatting them, meeting them and everything, and I'm excited. I hope I can get a lot of playing time right off the bat.
Hey, and we think you will. You'll represent really well from over here.
Yeah.
So, Lane, what does it mean for you to reach that you worked hard in soccer all your life, basically, and now you're getting it paid off? You're getting to go play more soccer in college.
Yeah, I'm glad it's paid off all these years. Ever since I was a little kid, I've been traveling all across the East Coast. I even flew down to Florida one summer to play, and I'm finally glad that it's getting it paid off. I feel like my hard work has shown for the coaches, and I'm just blessed to have this opportunity.
Well, I know your mom's ready for that. She's talking about, she's right here. She's already been keeping up with UNC Asheville stuff going on, athletics right now. Yeah. She was following like the basketball team. Tennis team beat Clemson today for you at UNC Asheville. See?
She's in golf, man.
She will have no problem keeping up with you at Asheville. I guarantee you
that. That's kind of scary.
So you being a senior and this possibly being the last time we talk to you, you never know, though. We never know. We're not going to count it out. We won't. What is your favorite memory at Virginia High in both soccer and, you could go football, soccer, and then overall, or you could just mash it all together?
Oh, yeah. Well, football was one of the funnest seasons of sports I've ever had. But I think nothing can beat our sophomore year whenever I had my brother on the team and Evan Harr. We were on the soccer team. And we made that state run, and then in conference finals, we went into overtime. Then I scored the goal in overtime. But then we went to region finals, went into PKs. I missed my PK, but then a couple of other guys made theirs. So we went to the state finals and went up to Salem to play, and just hanging out with the team up in our hotel rooms. Nothing can beat that moment.
Oh yeah, just making a run, no matter what sport it is. It's just exciting. So
yeah, super fun.
What's the funniest thing that's happened to you during your career as far as
funniest thing? I don't know. There was some there were some unspeakable things that we did up in our hotel rooms. Not bad things, but just things that too embarrassing to tell people. But that was super fun up there in our hotel rooms. Funny is, I don't know, on the field it's pretty serious. I mean, we all like to win. We do have some good memories. I know last game at Union, the other guys were really cool. We were talking to them, just making jokes, just making friends with them. So, yeah, I can't really pinpoint one funny moment, but overall it's been just great 4 years.
Cool. Well, just real quick, what's the difference between Coach Mead and Coach Christ as far as coaching
Oh,
style?
man. I can't really put my finger on it. I mean, they are two completely different coaches. I mean, I've known Coach Mead ever since I was younger because his mom worked at my elementary school and middle school, so I've known them for a while. And Coach Chris, as soon as I came in my freshman year, he knew my older brother, and so he brought me in like a son and coached me very well. So I credit a lot of my success to both those two coaches because they both helped me advance my athletic career and even my academic career farther than it has been.
Well, Lane, of course, we wish you good luck. We'll have another question for you here in just a second. But
Thank you.
Let's give Lane a round of applause. He's going to continue his soccer career at UNC Asheville. Now, that might rank up there as far as your signing day, doesn't it? As far as all these people here knowing that you're going there now.
Do we have a hat pick at the table tonight? Is that what we're supposed to do? We're supposed to have a hat pick at the table tonight?
That's what we need to do. That's the next thing. So go back to John Reed here and to Mark.
So John, tell us a little bit about how you play, what position you play, and how you've progressed in your soccer career.
I play defense. Depends on what kind of formation we do. I'll do like sweeper or stopper or maybe one of the wings. I just kind of anywhere I can fill in. I've progressed from that because like when I started JV with Coach Sloan, I come in and he's like, John, what position do you play? And I was like, forward and midfield. He's like, great, you're playing defense. And so from then on, that's what I did, and I had to learn it, and I just stuck with it because it was something that I picked up quickly, and it wasn't too awfully challenging for me. It's easy. Push up, pressure the ball, drop back. If you mess up, it's pretty simple.
It's like a big game of table tennis. I mean, I feel like there's always a next line of defense until there's only one person left.
Yep.
But, soccer, when you look at it, it's really just a lot of conditioning and preparation and getting yourself ready for the full game of just up and down. And how have you prepared yourself in that regard?
Lots of running at Sugar Hollow. It was awful. Like, I'd sprint up the dam and then run across it, down around that little corner right there, alongside the road into the parking lot, and then run the same thing again. That was awful.
That's miserable.
Yeah. As for conditioning, we actually have a couple people that will come out of like their winter sports, and it might be like swimming or wrestling or basketball or whatever, but they come into soccer and the conditioning's completely different and they're not ready for it. And so you'll see these fit guys just like huffing and puffing like on the side of the gym. It's actually pretty funny.
I mean, you're basically running your own cross-country meets what it sounds like.
Yeah, it's cross-country with a ball, basically. The conditioning's very much different.
Wow, that's crazy.
So, John, what's your biggest goal of the year for you, and where do you see the team? We didn't really ask you that part of the question.
I mean, obviously, I want to see us go to state. Like Coach said earlier, we're a good contender for district, and I think as a team, if we push ourselves enough, if we put in the effort every day, we've got a shot at state, no matter like what the size of it is. I think we can certainly do that. That's my goal for this season. That's what I want to see us do.
So I think it's time now for the Ask Cats questions. We'll go ahead and do one for John Reed. Does he have one like in there?
He's got a couple.
He's got a couple on the – okay. We'll go to Mark for those.
So, John, we wanted to ask you if you were a Messi-Ronaldo fan.
Ronaldo.
Any in-depth analysis there?
No, just Ronaldo. Like, I won't even consider Messi.
Lane told me he dyed his hair for Messi.
I'm not even sorry.
It's the best soccer movie.
Kicking and Screaming. Yeah, that's it.
And who has the best hair on the team?
Okay. All right. Lane's pointing at himself right now, but I think I might have to say Colton. Colton Radcliffe.
Was he better with the long hair or trimmed back?
Oh, man. I liked it longer, but he still looks good with it trimmed back. I'll say that much.
Couple Ask Cats for Lane now. So Torian Bazell sends in, Lane, why can't you score on me if you're going D1?
Okay. I want y'all if y'all want to come out to a practice, y'all will see a heyday. Torian's always diving, trying to get to my goals. I score so many on him during practice. Don't let him fool you. Don't let him fool you.
So another one for Lane. This one's from Lisa Dean. Everyone always chooses you as the person to tackle, kid, and wrestle. And who would you put in the goal, and who would you fire a shot on any sport, football, wrestling, any of those guys?
Oh, you're getting revenge. This is a revenge time.
I know.
for you.
All the people that have said they would like to tackle me.
So that's like a
first,
list.
Torian Brazil, of course. Easy. And second, Alex Adkins. He thinks he can hit me, but no. Ask Alex what happened in the gym the other day whenever he went one-on-one against me. Just ask him. And last person, Aaron Rose. Put him in a goal. Bring him to my sport and see what happens.
Gosh, that's tough.
That's about time. You've been like
you better be careful. You should have read the script because he's on deck. You know that, right?
Oh, no. I forgot he's after me.
He's on tonight.
Yep, so he'll get you back.
Oh, yeah.
Well, guys, we thank you for joining us. Good luck this year. Let's give Lane
Thank you.
Carroll
Thank you.
and John Reed Razek a round of applause for
Thank you, guys.
boys varsity soccer. When we get back, we'll have baseball and Coach Mark Daniels right after this break.
Hi, I'm Matt Kenseth. You don't have to be a race car driver to know that life can be full of drama. Some of it you can't control, like mechanical issues, high winds, and rain delays. But there's some drama you can skip.
Skip the drama that comes with not having your high school diploma or equivalency. Find free adult education classes near you and finish your diploma. Visit finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org.
You just need to take that first step and find free classes near you, and leave the drama for the racetrack.
Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ed Council.
I spend a lot of time in the backyard, and in '09 it was me, your fire pit, that accidentally started a wildfire when one of my embers landed on dry brush.
Spark a change, not a wildfire. Visit SmokeyBear.com. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Come on, smile. Oh, honey, he's still not smiling.
Maybe he's not a smiler.
Yeah, maybe he's just not a happy baby.
Maybe he's just being a boy.
Or maybe he's teething.
Maybe it's just a phase.
Maybe he has autism, and we can definitely do something to help.
Maybe is all you need to find out more about autism. No big, joyful smiles by 6 months is one early sign. Learn the others at autismspeaks.org/signs. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
I want to thank my mommy for loving me so much,
for taking me to the doctor when I broke my foot, for leaving me alone when I wanted to be alone.
And now, as a grown-up, I'm thankful for being able to take care of you, my dear mom, for taking you to your therapies, for understanding that sometimes you simply want to be alone.
Roles change without us noticing. That's why AARP gives you the information to provide even better care for your loved one. Visit aarp.org/caregiving. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to Bearcat Sports Chat. Dylan Hunt and Mark Harr, now joined by baseball head coach Mark Daniels. Coach, first of all, thank you for joining us.
Such a pleasure for having us. First of all, I've got to defend my friend Mark.
Might have to get a little closer.
I'm a beloved Tennessee Volunteer as well, and we're going through the grieving process. And see what happens. I'm sitting here looking at one of my parents' players' dads in a Kentucky hat. Not a good thing right now.
So not the best situation, but, hey, that's just the way it goes. It's baseball season, though. We got snow outside, but we're getting closer as we go.
Definitely not baseball weather outside right now, but kids have been working hard, anxious, 5 weeks of what we call spring training. We're ready to roll.
So you've had a couple of scrimmages at this point. Can you describe, like, your team, like, roughly, like what this team's going to be like, and then what's impressed you at this point in the year from the couple of scrimmages you've gotten?
Well, I really love this team chemistry. I mean, it's a bunch of guys. We've had a couple situations, you know, that these guys have shown me they bought in and they're all in this together. And working, you know, it just didn't start in February. Some of these kids been working, you know, the whole off season. Last season didn't end the way that we wanted it to, and that they kind of took it as a challenge. And looking forward to 2018.
Yeah, it should be a fun year. Hopefully this doesn't set the tone as far as weather-wise for it. This team has a good mixture of youth and experience. What are some guys you expect to make an impact, both returning guys that we know the names of, maybe tell a couple of those guys and some young guys you expect to make an impact?
Well, our biggest concern right now is pitching depth. We only return one guy that has varsity pitching innings, but we have some very capable